Good morning, students. Now today we are going to learn the enterprise resource planning, the next part of this chapter, that is concept of ERP, functional modules in ERP. Now let's see the concepts one by one. Now here the concept of enterprise resource planning. Now consider the figure A. Okay. Now in the figure A, what it shows? It shows the different departments function independently. Now in the old days, as the manual system was used when there was no computers, that time all the departments they work independently. Now in this case, whatever information was generated in one department, the other department was not able to know it. So here there was a lack of knowledge between all the departments. So here, as the different departments function independently, so the information that is produced by each department may be available only to the top management of the department, and it is not available to the other departments, as well as there is no communication between the different sections of an enterprise. Now let's see figure B. Now in the figure B, as you see, there is a central database in between where all the departments are connected to each other. In figure B, the different departments function together. For better benefit and efficiency, each department must know what the other departments are doing. An enterprise can be considered as a system and all its departments as its subsystems. The information about the entire enterprise can be stored in a centralized database and it is made available to all the departments. So, in the second figure, enterprise resource planning software is used where all the information of different departments are collected together in the central database. So, whatever information is generated, that is further passed on to each department. So each department knows the information about all the departments. So here this is the main concept of enterprise resource planning. Due to the different ERP softwares, so this information, whatever information is generated within each and every department, so it is saved centrally and it is further transferred to all the departments. It is made available to all departments. In figure A, as the information was not available with all the departments, so there is a lack of knowledge between all the departments. So this is the main difference why we should use the enterprise resource planning. Now here in this case, conceptually ERP replaces the old standalone computer system in each area of an enterprise such as finance, human resource, manufacturing and sales, where ERP is connected with the all departments with a single software program that facilitates various functional modules. Thus, employees in the department get the required information related to the activities of respective department. In addition to this, the information will be available across all the departments. Now, for example, finance department can use ERP to see if any sales order has been shipped from the warehouse so as to make the further payments. So here finance department as well as the warehouse department, they work together and they plan out the further payment actions. Second example, ERP system could automatically run a financial analysis and predict the future stock needs to keep the inventory at a healthy level. Now here, whatever inventory is kept in the godown, the financial analysis is predicted with the help of future stock needs. So here, how much stock is available in the warehouse, how much stock is required, how much stock is manufactured, depending on that the financial analysis is done. So it helps to overall sections to maintain a healthy atmosphere within the enterprise. Now here the enterprise resource planning works in the customer web portal, where which saves all the customer details, the CRM, that is customer relationship modules, and the sales. It impacts on the distribution process, it impacts on the time and the project. It shows you the time within which time the project must be completed. Dashboard screen, it will show you where all the things, all the sections are available at one click. The finance department, manufacturing department, and the purchasing department. So ERP module works in each and every section of an enterprise. Now here the functional units of ERP, which are very important one. Now here there are certain functional units. In that, the first one is human resource, second one is production planning, third one is plant maintenance, fourth one is sales and distribution, fifth one is materials management, sixth one is quality management, seventh one is manufacturing, and last one is financial management. So these are considered as the functional units of ERP. That means where the ERP module can work and collect the huge amount of data and stores in a centralized database. Now let's see the units one by one. The ERP system helps the management in making the planning process more productive and efficient. The entire ERP package contains many modules or subunits. The first one is financial module. Now this module is the core of many ERP software packages because this is the main module. Now what it collects? It can collect the financial data from various departments and generate the valuable financial reports. Now if you see here what it can generate, so it can generate a general ledger, then accounts receivable, then accounts payable, and the bank related transactions. So this is known as the core module. Now here this financial reports includes the balance sheets, general ledger, trial balance, financial statements, etc. This module also includes the financial accounting, then investment management, and enterprise controlling and treasury. Now for example, now this year there is so much profit for the enterprise. Now how to invest the remaining money after deducting the salaries of the employee, so that is considered in the investment management. Then how to control the treasury, how to control the enterprise, how to do the financial accounting, all these things are done in the financial module. So there are separate programs which are prepared in the financial module, which tells you about each and everything related to the finance. Now the second module is manufacturing module. Now manufacturing module, what it contains? So it contains the necessary business rules to manage the entire production process. Now mainly it includes certain business rules. This module of ERP enables an enterprise to combine the technology and business process to get the integrated solutions. It also provides the freedom to change the manufacturing and planning methods as and when required. Now here, as the computers, as I told, the CNC machines. So as the computers and business processes are integrated together, they are clubbed together with the help of software. So in the manufacturing module, they can plan out how many products are to be manufactured, how many products are to be kept, and how many products are further sold. So here the planning must be there in the manufacturing module. That is very important. So without planning you can't do the manufacturing of the products. Once you decided the products quantity, then as per that you can give instructions and the further manufacturing is done. The third module is production and planning module. Now this module is used for optimizing the utilization of available resources and helps the organization to plan their production. This module also identifies the material required, allocates the optimal resources using data and sales forecasting with the sales data. Now let's see with the help of diagram. In the production planning, the first one is the material planning, that is raw material planning, where the material and order based estimation is calculated and then the material is ordered. Then the resource planning is done. The labor and machines information must be there in the planning. The management of shifts and holidays should be considered to do the production. Obviously, the employees are working in the shifts. They are required certain holidays. So as per that, the production planning is done. Then product development is also required. Order reporting is done. Then receipts and returns are required. So this cycle goes on continuously where the production and planning is required, that is utilization of available resources, that is machine, material, money and the main. So how you will use or utilize the available resources and help the organization to plan their production, that is included in the production planning module. Next module is the HR module, very important. HR stands for human resource. HR module maintains an updated and complete employee database including their personal information, salary details, attendance, performance, promotion for all the employees in an enterprise. Now suppose 100 employees are working in the company. Now the main job of human resource, what you heard, that is to take the interview, to recruit the employee. Now based on their qualification, based on their experience, certain interviews are taken by the HR department and the person who suits for that particular post, they can recruit that person. When the person enters in the company or enterprise, then starting from his personal information, his salary details, his attendance, his performance and promotions can be considered, and as per that all the record is kept related to that employee. So all these things are done in the HR module. So here HR human resources, they work in the recruiting, performance, it gives training to the employees, research, new researches, then the potential, the leadership qualities, or they are included in the HR module. The fourth module is the inventory control module. Now inventory means the stock, the material which is kept in the warehouse. This module covers the process of maintaining the appropriate level of stock in the warehouse. It is also responsible for identifying the inventory requirement and setting the target of the stock items required. That is complete controls over the stock, insight to the origin of your stock, automatic updating and the mobile integration. Now here in the inventory control module, the stock is kept as per the production. Whatever is the requirement by the customer, as per that the stock is kept in the warehouse. So maintaining the appropriate level of stock is very important. As well as if the sales is less and the production is more, then the stock is excessive in the warehouse. So always how to control that stock so that the new production will start, how to sell the stock. So for that each and every department works, especially the marketing department and the sales department. They take care of all the products, all the inventory items which are in the warehouse, and as per that they can sell the products. Next one, the next module of this is the purchasing module. Now purchase module helps for generating the purchase order, evaluating the suppliers and billing. It is closely connected with the inventory, finance and production planning module. Now what is the purchase management in ERP? So here it includes all these things. So here it includes the supplier management, inventory integration, discount and offers, purchase scheduling, self-service for employee and supplier, purchase order creation and tracking, and deliveries tracking and reports. So all this work is done by the purchasing module. So here generating purchase order is very important task. Then evaluating the suppliers. Now as per the purchase order, as per the purchase of material, the suppliers evaluation is also the important process. Then the billing plays very important role. So that's why the stock which are required, the raw material which is required, the inventory, the finance and the production planning module, they are closely connected with the purchase module. Now here after this there is a marketing module and the sales and distribution module. Now marketing module, it is used for monitoring and tracking the customer orders. Suppose today there are many customers for that enterprise. 10 customers have placed the order. So whatever is their time limit, how much quantity they want, then this department monitors and tracks the orders of these customers. Increasing customer satisfaction and for eliminating the credit risk, this marketing department or module plays a very important role. So here there are 4 P's for the marketing. First and important is product, where goods or services provided by the business. The place, where the customers can buy the products and services and how the products and services are distributed. Price, the amount charged for the production and services. And promotion, how a business creates awareness in the market. So these 4 P's are very important: product, place, price and promotion. So once there is a customer satisfaction, then obviously they will place many orders to your enterprise and it will be beneficial for the enterprise. Next one is sales and distribution module. This module helps for tracking enquiries, order placements, order scheduling, dispatching and invoice. So here the main things are tracking enquiries from the marketing department, order placement, order scheduling, dispatching and the invoicing. This module is closely integrated with the e-commerce website of the organization. So an enterprise can use the different digital medias to increase their sales. So here the Facebook is there, Twitter is there, Instagram is there, WhatsApp is there, then different advertisements you can do with the help of the website. Then these are the different things with the help of e-commerce and the website you can increase the sales on distribution of your enterprise. So main thing, e-commerce is considered as a major part in the sales and distribution module. The last module is quality management module. Now if your product is having quality, obviously you will get more orders from the customer and it will have a great demand in the market. So this module is used for managing the quality of the product. The quality management module fulfills the following functions, that is quality planning, quality inspection and quality control. Now here quality management has, if the product is not suitable for the customers, then how to increase the quality of the product, that is decided in the quality planning. Second thing, after the planning is done and the product is manufactured, then there is an inspection by the quality department whether the product is suitable for the customer's demand. And obviously if the customer's orders are there, then there should not be the excess production of that particular product. This is checked by the quality control department. So quality planning, quality inspection and quality control, these are the main functions for the quality management module. So here we studied the different modules which are used in the enterprise resource planning.